now time for the finals as we give out the gold medals here in the sport of Taekwondo for day number 2. Our first finals on tap under 57 kilogram for women. And it is going to be Eliza Chung up against Pauline Lopez.
Yes, this is a good to be back. This is a for all the marbles. Cambodia's Chung Eliza and the Philippines Pauline Lopez. Pauline has been training for this all her life, and she walked in. I saw that she had her game face on, and she had scintillating victories in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and now in the finals. And she's up against a very talented fighter, Eliza Chung.
Looking to be able to give the Philippines their first gold medal here in day number 2. Day number 1, they were able to get a total of 4 golds.
4 golds and 4 silvers in the Pumse competitions, which were quite heartwarming the way the victories went, and hopefully we sustain this momentum. And the buzzer sounds. Immediately you can tell the strategic process at work here, the way both fighters, Eliza Chung and Pauline Lopez, are sizing each other up. Both have somewhat similar styles, both probing with those front leg side kicks to try to gain advantage and convert them suddenly into roundhouses or a full moons or an axe kick.
Philippines will get the first 3 points here of this final.
Pauline immediately with those a head kick which had actually connected there as she pressed forward. There's the patented Pauline probing inside her like an antenna. Her front leg is actually probing, and she can convert it immediately into any kick which can actually score both in the midsection and the head. There he goes, and then she suddenly changes tack and attacks with a vicious punch, which scored again, a 1-point punch there.
4-0 for the Philippines here.
For those who joined us, you're watching basically the new sports, it's the modern day Taekwondo system in which sensors are utilized both in the hogu, or the chest protector, the head or the headgear, as well as the socks that they're wearing, which has sensors as well. So these are scored by a computerized system. And it has changed, as we were discussing earlier, the way Taekwondo is played. Now the game, as those who support it say it's become more cerebral, more athletic, more quick, needs quick thinking, fast thinking, as opposed to in the past there was a lot of power involved, a lot of strength, and a lot of conditioning for the martial art. Now there are pros and cons, and there are naysayers and those who disapprove of it, but we now see the proof of the pudding. What we have here we've been seeing some exciting matches of these young players from the Southeast Asian countries. There, as you can see, Pauline, as she moves in, she probes with the leg. You wouldn't know if it's going to be a side kick or a front kick. An axe kick or a roundhouse. Then she will convert it into a punch, and then as she clinches, she throws an out in. I mean, pretty hard to defend against that. So Eliza Chung at 4-0 has her work cut out for him. She has to solve the speed and the creative process that Pauline can bring to bear in a championship fight like this. The top officials of the Philippine Taekwondo Association, their guests watching, and here we go in the fight to commence. Eliza Chung, I feel, Anthony, that the coach has told her now is that you cannot permit Pauline to dictate the tempo. You have to kick ahead, utilize also your probing front kick via sideways position, and then score. Do not let Pauline jump the gun immediately there. She has to kick ahead. She has to move ahead to be able to at least get an upper hand over Pauline. because she's too fast. Our fighter, well, the Philippine fighter, is too fast for a counter punching, counter kicking strategy. You have to be the first one to initiate the attack.
There is no score. Cambodia disappointed about that one, but in the end, still no points scored here in the second.
Ooh. Pauline is so fast, and I don't say really blazing fast insofar as like a 100-meter dash. She's so fast from the stance. She can move inside and then dart outside, but before you know it, she's already scored. There you go. That's a head kick, which that didn't connect this time. But the intent is so perilous for the Cambodian fighter, for Elisa Chung.
Still 4-0.
That's a distinctive style of Pauline. Her hand is outstretched. She's actually measuring you. She's measuring the distance between the opponent. At the same time, it's a guard. She's utilized that to great success in her stint as a at the Ateneo, where she is a athletic scholar and a player of varsity, and in her past campaigns internationally. There you go. She's jumped the lead to 7. Although Cambodia, Elisa Chung was able to score with a 45, a quick 45 from the underneath. And now she's throwing also to side kick. Amazing footwork. If you notice, Pauline, she immediately spun a la Manny Pacquiao to the left, basically as to evade the attack of Elisa Chung. And that ends the second round. Pauline Lopez still up. Again, she's displaying the veteran move she has, perfected over the past years. After an out-in, although Chung was able to counter with that 45. A roundhouse to the midsection to the side.
One more round remains before we find out who will take home our first gold medal here in day number 2.
Pauline getting instructions and a fist bump from the Philippine team's Korean consultant, their coach. And some really furious strategic planning being done by the Cambodian corner, Elisa Chung and her coach, to actually to gain headway and shorten that gap and hopefully squeeze past Pauline Lopez. Strategic success so far in the last 2 rounds.
Third and final round here to determine.
This is where it's all at. They're gonna leave it all in the mat. Okay, an action which fell short, but the intent was unmistakable. Oops, they have to stop the fight because the strap, Pauline's strap, has gotten loose.
That has happened so many times in her previous match.
Okay, there you go.
Only thing that really went wrong.
Okay. Notice how Pauline is eating into the real estate for Elisa Chung. Ever so slowly. She's inside, and then she's in. And that's what makes her a dangerous fighter. Elisa Chung really has to get to make her move down.
Cambodia will score though.
That is
with
not,
that punch.
good. That is not an insurmountable lead, believe me. In modern day Taekwondo, I have seen 10-point leads evaporate in a flash, all because of really the right breaks, the right techniques, and the right mindset of the fighter, which Elisa Chung has to utilize now. There you go. Again, the probing side kick by Pauline. But she's inside again. So you will notice she makes sure that she can make the technique, but the opponent will not have a chance to counter. There's the axe kick. Furious exchange there, but no go for both.
Under a minute remaining here.
Pauline is being careful to sort of shepherd her lead there and not make any mistakes. Meanwhile, Elisa Chung of Cambodia has to make really a move right now to close that gap. I would hazard. She has to do some head kicks or a spinning kick to be able to at least get 3-point or 4-point shots. She may be nursing an injury here somewhere. She suddenly slowed down for somebody who's trying to chase the lead.
21 seconds remaining. The Philippines looking for gold here.
Meanwhile, Pauline is not letting up. She wants this gold, and she looks like she is going to get it.
Score still at 7-3. 14 seconds. 13 now, officially.
That's a sneaky full moon kick to the midsection, which didn't connect. But again, one of the creative process of Pauline, and a turning
2
long
seconds.
distance kick,
That
which
is gonna
actually
score.
scored. Amazing. She left the best for last. Pauline Lopez snags the gold in true championship fashion, displaying Taekwondo pedigree. As I mentioned earlier, she is the daughter of one of the great champions of Philippine Taekwondo, June Lopez, who's now has made this, the U.S.'s home. Pauline Lopez didn't want to become an American champion, didn't want to do a Wesley So. What Pauline Lopez wanted was to become a Filipino champion, which she just did. She went here 5 years ago from the United States, from California, enrolled in Ateneo, one of the most difficult universities to actually become a varsity player in, and she's realizing her dream, which basically is just a one step. She's actually targeting Anthony, an Olympic medal, hopefully the gold. She's one step ahead of him. And being congratulated by Grandmaster Sun Chong Hong, the father of Philippine Taekwondo, Jobet Morales, her coach at the Ateneo, Monsieur Del Rosario, a hug over there, one of the moves in Taekwondo. Great win. Igor Melia, the head director of the Taekwondo Black Belt Brotherhood and Sisterhood. We've got some players out there. Oh yeah, and there you go, what a happy girls. Yeah, everybody's really excited over her win. I was amazed by the way she finished it. She took her chance with that turning long. Oh, that's her father. That's June Lopez. So June flew all the way. Okay, June's emotional. That's his mother, her mother. June flew all the way from the United States to watch her daughter grab the gold.
The Philippines has taken the first gold medal at stake here on day number 2 of the Taekwondo competitions, courtesy of Pauline Lopez.
Pauline is a bit of a crush ng bayan over there in the Philippine Taekwondo scene. She's a sort of a jock, an athletic scholar at Ateneo, but actually she has very good grades. She helps out with the Taekwondo Black Belt sorority, and at the same time, she trains. She's the one. She leaves the gym at almost midnight, actually, just training. Sometimes I see her over there. But the road to the Olympics continues. This is for her, for this girl, with Grandmaster Sun Chong Hong right now, having a picture. And she's getting emotional with Coach Jobet Morales, General Bong Fajardo of the PNP, and Yorme Isko Moreno posing with her. And this is her moment. And she deserved it because, that's Mrs. Hong, the wife of Grandmaster Sun Chong Hong. What a moment. Like I said, from the quarterfinals to the finals, she really showed stamped her class, and all that training showed. Amazing performance. Hugged her teammate Arvin Alcantara.